You're sitting in a meeting you've prepared for, you're qualified to be there, you've earned the seat, and yet somewhere underneath all the conversation, there's a voice running on a loop. It's saying they're going to figure out there's no there there. They're going to figure out I don't actually know what I'm doing. If that sounds familiar, you've probably been told you have imposter syndrome. And the standard definition is accurate enough. Imposter syndrome is the persistent internal experience of feeling like a fraud despite real evidence of your competence. It was first named in 1978 by two psychologists studying high achieving women who were attributing their success to luck instead of skill. I'm wondering, can you relate to that experience? So that's the textbook answer, but here's the more useful one I share with clients. Imposter syndrome isn't really a confidence problem. It's a self-trust problem dressed up in confidence's clothes. And underneath what looks like imposter syndrome, there's almost always a deeper pattern at work, the one nobody names clearly: self-abandonment. Let me tell you what I mean by that. You don't have an imposter problem because you're underqualified. You have it because you've spent years performing a version of yourself that needs to earn approval. And somewhere along the way, you lost contact with the version of you that doesn't have to. The exhaustion you feel isn't from doing the work. It's from maintaining two selves simultaneously. The one doing the work and the one watching to make sure no one sees through it. If you're a leader, a high achiever, this pattern rarely looks like collapse. It looks like overwork. It looks like overpreparation. It looks like the email you answer at 1 a.m., the meeting you overprepare for, the project you say yes to when you really don't have the capacity, the praise you discount the moment it lands. Those behaviors aren't proof you're an imposter or even lack confidence. They're proof that you're working twice as hard to be seen as something that you don't feel like you are. And here's what's important. No degree, title, or promotion is going to resolve this because the issue was never your credentials. The body of proof you've already built somehow always lives one step behind the thing you have to prove. So what actually shifts this? Well, first, naming it correctly. We have to call a spade a spade. As long as you keep dressing it up, calling it imposter syndrome, you'll keep trying to fix the wrong thing. You'll keep working on your confidence. You'll keep collecting evidence. You'll keep over-preparing, and none of it will reach the actual pattern. But when you name it as self-abandonment, well, now the work really changes, doesn't it? You stop trying to feel less like a fraud. You start practicing not abandoning yourself in the first place. Inside the Self-Trust Society, we work with this pattern using a tool I created called the Self-Abandonment Scorecard. It takes everything I just described and makes it measurable so you can see exactly where the pattern is running in your week. Working late to silence the doubt, saying yes to prove you belong, performing confidence when you don't actually feel it. One column at a time, you can see the shape that has been running underneath your career. And here's the one thing I offer you today before you go. Sometime in the next 24 hours, you're going to hit a moment where you'd normally override yourself. The email you'd answer at 9 p.m., the meeting you'd over-prepare for, the favor you'd say yes to without checking your true capacity. When you get to that moment, pause and ask one question. What would I do here if I actually trusted myself? You don't have to act on the answer, you just have to hear it. That moment of pausing and listening is the first vote you cast for the version of you who does not have to perform to belong. If this resonated, the Self-Trust Society is where we go deeper, $5 a month. Link is in the show notes below.